Hey guys, welcome to our channel. This is Saida and Jermaine with Travel Check-ins. Today we are going to be breaking down our 7-day vacation that we went on in the US, and we traveled to New Orleans, Las Vegas, and San Francisco. One of the reasons why we booked that particular trip is because our next goal in life is to be digital nomads and travel full-time. And what Jermaine wanted to see is if we could plan a trip to get away and also see if we could do what we do for a living while we're traveling. We're going to share how we booked this 7-day trip affordably. What we did was we paired some deals, and we'll just kind of show you or walk you through like some of the deals that we used to save money on this particular trip. There are a few credits and deals that we use to make this trip affordable for us. Everybody has a different budget, and for our budget we use the Fine Hotel and Resorts credit. We had a $200 Fine Hotel and Resorts credit that we got from American Express Platinum, right?
Right.
And then we also use a $300 Capital One Venture X credit. So that's $500 in credit so far. And then we also use an American Express travel credit, which equaled $200 back. So that's $700 total in credits, right?
Right, and that $200 travel credit, it was for your airline travel credit. So incidentals like seat upgrades, things like that.
So day one, we started from with a 1.5 hour drive from South Carolina to North Carolina because we were catching a flight from Charlotte to New Orleans via American Airlines. The day before our flight, when we got to Charlotte, we booked a hotel. We stayed at Hyatt Place Charlotte Airport, Lake Point. Since our airport, which is Columbia Metropolitan Airport, CAE, is a small airport, we typically fly out of Charlotte for most of our trips. And that's because a lot of times it's cheaper, right?
It's cheaper and more options. We don't have half of the airlines that they do so.
Okay, some of the benefits of flying out of a bigger airport, usually it can be cheaper. You have better flight options, as Jermaine said, and also more airline choices. So for our flight to New Orleans, we use 9,500 American Express points. So this is one of the ways we reduce our out-of-pocket costs for trips. So we use 9,500 American Express points per person. So 9,500 for him, 9,500 for me, that we transferred to Iberia to fly on American Airlines. And the total we paid for those two tickets were $5.60 per person.
Tax, yeah.
And that was taxes. So our flight from Charlotte to New Orleans was like $12.20.
Yeah, $11.20.
$11.20. So the room we booked at Hyatt Place Charlotte Airport, Lake Point, we booked a king room, and that room, the regular cash cost was $119, but we used points to pay for that room. We used 6,500 Hyatt points, and that means we paid $0 out of pocket for that hotel room, right?
Right, no cash.
No cash. So right now we're at like $11.20 for a flight to New Orleans and one night at a hotel.
Right.
So that was Friday. On Saturday, we got to New Orleans, and we booked the Hyatt House New Orleans downtown. And the cash price for the king room was $269 per night. But instead of paying cash, we also used points. We used 6,500 Hyatt points to stay at that hotel. So even for that night, it was also free, right?
Yeah, it was. It's a nice hotel too.
About that hotel. That was our first time staying at that hotel, and we would definitely stay there again. The room was spacious, the hotel was clean, and it was located in the heart of New Orleans. It was walking distance from Cafe Beignet, and it was a short drive to Niau's Creole Seafood Restaurant. That's one of the places that we wanted to go in New Orleans. That's one of our favorites. I think that's going to be one of our favorites for po' boys now.
Yeah, po' boy, yeah.
Ooh, the po' boys was so good.
Yeah.
After we left New Orleans, we took a flight on Southwest Airlines. So we flew from New Orleans to Las Vegas. We used 15,501 points per person. So we didn't pay cash for that flight. Our total out of pocket for the flight from New Orleans to Las Vegas was $5.60 per person.
Yes, anytime you book a flight on points, you're going to have to pay the taxes. So usually domestically, they're $5.60 per ticket.
The first hotel we stayed at in Las Vegas was the Cosmopolitan. When we booked our stays in Las Vegas, we didn't book the Cosmopolitan first. We actually booked another hotel first. And so the Conrad. So with the $300 Capital One Venture X credit, we used part of that to pay for our stay at the Conrad Hotel, which we'll talk to you guys about in a moment. And we used part of it to pay for our stay at the Cosmopolitan, which is the first hotel we stayed at in Las Vegas. It was the 1-bedroom terrace suite with fountain view. It was $230.79 plus tax per night. We stayed there for one night. And to that, we applied a portion of that $300 Capital One Venture X credit. And after the credit, our total out of pocket was $104.91.
Now you got to remember, when you book a hotel room in Vegas, you're going to have to pay a resort fee and taxes. And usually that ends up being about $50-$60 a night.
So the next day, we check out of the Cosmopolitan and we go and we check into the Park MGM. The Park MGM, we just paid cash out of pocket. It was $116.96. One thing I do like about the Park MGM is it's a great budget option if you want to go to Las Vegas. And when I say budget options, it's $116.96 with the resort fee and taxes.
That particular night on the weekend is going to be different.
Yeah, you if you're looking for a deal and you want to stay at a nice place, the Park MGM is that place. I mean, you have a bunch of other places like the Luxor and
Luxor,
that are less
Excalibur,
expensive.
but I don't think I'm going back.
They're just not my style of hotels.
They're okay, but
they're okay.
Yeah,
we stayed at the Luxor, but yeah.
Once you get to the Venetian and Palazzo, it's hard to go back to the Excalibur, Luxor.
Yeah.
So.
And what's the other one? The Croxford.
Yeah.
So we have videos of some of our favorite hotels. We've stayed at the Bellagio. We've stayed at Croxford, and these ones we'll share with you now. And I share my pros and cons on the Bellagio. So if you're interested in knowing more about some of the hotels we stayed at and what we think, make sure you check out those videos on our channel. Okay, so on Tuesday, we checked out of Park MGM.
Right.
And we checked into the Conrad at Resorts World. So this is actually the first hotel that we booked. So the Venture X credit, that $300 Venture X credit, right?
Right.
I don't want the right credit.
Mm-hmm.
It covered our whole stay at the Conrad.
Except for taxes and fees, which you have to pay once you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that $300 credit, we applied it to our stay at the Conrad.
Mm-hmm.
The cost would have been $173.15, but we only had to pay $51.03 in taxes and fees at check-in. And you said that was resort fees and taxes, right?
Yeah.
So $51 a night is really good. So like when you guys see these credits in your accounts, like I see the credits and I'm like, okay, credits, all right, boom. But like my husband is showing me like how you actually use these credits and save money. $51 a night for a hotel, and the Conrad is very, very nice. So after spending Tuesday at Conrad,
mm-hmm.
we checked out and we checked into the Palazzo at the Venetian.
Mm-hmm.
So the cash price was $551 plus $102.04 in taxes and resort fees. So we booked this stay through Fine Hotel and Resorts. And with that, we received a breakfast dining credit for both days and also a $100 credit for, we could use that to dine at any restaurant throughout that little area. Well, no, it was specific restaurants. It was a $100 dining credit.
Yeah, specific. Not everyone, but it was a lot of them.
Yeah, it was a lot of them. So sometimes it's a little bit more expensive booking through FHR, which is Fine Hotel and Resorts. but it can be a better deal when you factor in the credits and the room upgrade if available. And so on Friday, we checked out of the Palazzo. So now we're leaving Las Vegas. And let me just tell you guys, so this entire week, while we were moving from hotel to hotel, we're also working from our rooms, our hotel room. We are working from our hotel room, and one of the other things was we're working now in a different time zone because, again, I said our goal is to be digital nomads. And some of the places that we want to live throughout the world is going to put us in different time zones. So we wanted to see how we would be as husband and wife together in small spaces, you know, for an extended period of time, what it would be like, I guess, living out of suitcases, moving from hotel to hotel, being on a different time zone, so working at different times of the day than we're normally working.
Yeah, that time zone thing was my biggest concern, but I think we had to get up at 5:30.
Yeah, 5:30.
5 o'clock, something like that, but it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. It was just, you know, those first days you got to get a little bit used to it.
Yeah.
And just being on a different time zone, but it just did give us that experience that we were looking for.
Right.
Because we're planning to go overseas and be in some different time zones, and we just want to know before we wanted to dip our toe in the water before we actually just dive in full time later this year.
Yeah, should be August.
Yes, should be August. Yeah. So we're looking forward to this, guys. And you guys make sure you subscribe to our channel because we want you to follow our journey. If you're interested in what we would consider, I guess, like early retirement and just traveling full time as a digital nomad, like definitely subscribe to our channel and follow our channel. We love to share itineraries and just share tips on how you can save money traveling, whatever your budget is, and get ideas. So Friday, now we're leaving Las Vegas. We're going to San Francisco. Our final stop is going to be San Francisco. We flew from Las Vegas on Southwest Airlines, and we paid $171.94 for 2 airplane tickets, which is a great price for 2 tickets. So
yeah, but flying Southwest is a little different than flying most of the major carriers. So just do your research.
Yeah, because Southwest has what do you call it? What kind of seating?
You're not assigned a seat.
Yeah, so they don't have assigned seating.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a different process. So
yes, but it is a frugal option. So we did, however, have a travel refund balance in our Southwest account that we applied to our trip. So it brought our costs down to a total of $85.97 for 2 tickets because, again, we did have a travel credit that we applied. So we did pay $85.90 for our 2 tickets.
Yeah, I think the real cost of the ticket, we didn't have that credit, was about $180.
It was $171.94
for 2 tickets.
Yeah, which is still great.
Southwest is really cheap on the West Coast. So Vegas to California, you can find a ticket for under $100 one way easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was on a Friday, so.
Yeah. So when we got to San Francisco, we stayed at SFO, Grand Hyatt SFO. The price for Grand Hyatt SFO was $300, which, again, we used points to pay for. So we didn't pay anything out of pocket for that hotel. The total cost in points was 17,000 points for the king room. Plus our Hyatt Globalist status gave us access to the lounge and also free breakfast. And in the lounge, we was able to grab some free beverages when we got there. Like they had a bunch of stuff in there. Like they had all kinds of snacks, like bars and all kinds of beverages, sodas, waters.
Yeah, I was only in there about a minute, so.
Yeah, we just went in there and got some snacks at lunchtime.
Yeah, before we went out.
Yeah.
Saw San Francisco.
But then later on that evening, they also had like a little meal set up in the lounge. They had sushi, they had like some little sandwiches, salad, they had a bunch of little stuff in there. Jermaine was in the room, he went to bed. Yeah,
we had a little disagreement, I'm not gonna lie, but that happens sometimes, so don't just think it's all peaches and cream right here.
We gonna cut that out.
We shouldn't. Tell the truth.
So that evening, they served food and beverages. And did you like Grand Hyatt SFO?
I did.
Me too. Wasn't it convenient to get from the airport to the hotel?
It was. I just shut down as we had a little disagreement.
But this
like,
this before the
I don't care about this hotel.
This before.
But it was nice
This
though.
before the disagreement. Something else. Okay, now we're moving on to Saturday. And Saturday, so we spent the day in San Francisco. I think, did we eat anything? Oh yes, we did. You ate cow tongue.
What?
No, that was in Vegas.
Yeah, that's it.
You said what?
Yeah, no, In-N-Out Burger.
Okay, we ate In-N-Out Burger in San Francisco.
Yeah, I don't remember what else.
Did
I
we
don't
eat
think
dinner? Oh no, you didn't eat dinner. I went to the lounge.
I went to bed.
Okay, so he didn't eat dinner. We did eat In-N-Out Burger. We went down to the pier, the San Francisco pier and everything. I went to the lounge. I had sushi. I had salad. It was so good. They had so much good food in there. I ate it there. It was only like me and like, it was some other people having like a little meeting at a table. I went back to the room. He was asleep. And I took my shower and went to bed. The room was so nice, y'all. The hotel was nice. It was just so nice. So on Saturday we left and it was good because we got up, we got on the air train, and it got us so quick to the airport, right?
Right. Yeah, that's the advantage of this thing at a hotel that's connect to the airport.
Yeah. So for this flight, we use our Citi American Airlines Platinum Select World Elite MasterCard to pay for the flight. But Jermaine says that we probably wouldn't book that way if we had it to do over. Just having that card allows us to get our bags for free, which is a money-saving benefit. But if you don't have to pay for you don't have to pay for the flight using the card. That's what
No, you don't. I would use my Chase Sapphire Preferred because you get better travel protection with that. So I would use that instead of using the American Airlines card.
Okay. So
go ahead.
No,
You get no travel protections virtually. Well, really, with the American Airlines card, you get a better. So it's a better deal if you use the other card anyway. Protect your trip.
So our trip was $584.40. So I think we said we had a $200 American Express travel credit in the beginning, right?
Yeah, you get that. They give you $200 a year.
Okay. And so Jermaine used that $200 travel credit to upgrade our seats for free. The seat upgrade was $133.98 for the two of us. So his was $66.99 and mine was $66.99. But it was free after we applied that $200 travel credit. So our total cost for all of our airline tickets and our hotel stays and some of our meals for 7 days in New Orleans, Vegas, and San Francisco was $1,516.77, which averages out to $268 per day. And again, that's for all of our flights, all of our hotel rooms. We stayed at some really nice places, and one of our main goals was again to see what it would be like as digital nomads, and I think we accomplished that goal. Like when we came back, I think that's when we just kind of knew we're gonna do it. Mm-hmm. So there you have it, guys. That we had an amazing 7 days in New Orleans, Las Vegas, and San Francisco. These are the credits that we use. If you have these particular cards, or if you're interested in getting these particular cards or learning more about them, we'll definitely link to any cards that we have links to down in the description box. If you have any questions that we didn't answer or anything that wasn't clear, you can ask us down in the comment section below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and let us know what your favorite part of this video was, or what your favorite destination from this video was. Thanks again, guys, so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.